Good. Pile 1. Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. Air signs, water signs, maybe. Earth signs if you're feeling good about the period that you're in. Animal. Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. Bottom of the deck, Four of Swords for pile 1. Ooh. Let me know if you think you're for pile 1. Put your star sign into chat for me. These cards are pretty good. So I've got the 9 of Wands in the center. I've got the Empress and I've got the Star in the future energy for pile 1 here. Hello. Hello to the 9 of you. How are you? So with the Empress, I definitely get Pisces energy coming through, which if you attend any of my 22 card spreads with the astro weather in them, you'll know that Pisces is a vibe at the moment, and also there's a conjunction coming for us. So this could be a future reading for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is timeless. When you're meeting me here and now, I guess I'm meeting you too. So nice to meet you. G'day. I'm Chris, the Aussie Alchemist. This is pile 1. When the Empress is coming out here with that Piscean sort of feel about it, I feel that you're about to step into some kind of really being drawn back to the astro weather. You're being positioned in a place where you're going to be able to use every single skill, every single challenge that has come before you in the here and now as a device or as fuel for you to succeed. These skills that you've obtained and this resilience that you've obtained are going to help you to push through any situation, any problem that you might face going on to collective missions. You're somebody who has tapped into your creative power with the Empress coming out. You're somebody who was willing to do the deep dive with the Swan Spirit. Maybe it's because you're looking forward to the future. Maybe it's because you're looking backwards to the past, but you're able to recognize that your own strength in the here and now, and wow, that's a freaking horse. We're also in the year of the horse. Happy New Year. 9 of Wands is also Sagittarian energy. I'm trying to think about what the planets are doing in that card, but I can't. So I'll move on to the future energy of this pile. With the Star. You're somebody who has a renewed sense of vitality at the moment. This may have come at the same time that you felt your creativity coming back to you, or you may have consolidated the past and the future into the here and now, and so you access your energy as you need to. You're somebody who can tap into vitality from the stars. You're somebody who can tap into vitality from their ancestors. You understand that time is potentially not linear, so your willingness to do a deep dive into anything must come from somewhere. I just want to get some confirmations for the in-betweens with my beginner deck. What was the transition between the Empress and the Nine of Wands, please? Nope. If it doesn't drop naturally, it doesn't drop. The Emperor just wanted to pop his face out. That makes sense. You brought order to creativity. Creativity is an unlimited power. I think yin energy, unlimited power. Dark holes contain a lot of energy within them, and then before there was energy, there was just nothingness. So, okay. So, hard work. The connecting energy between the Empress and the present Nine of Wands is the Eight of Pentacles, which talks about hard work. Talks about you being willing to master yourself. Jane, I've been meaning to ask you, do you mind if I turn you into a blue person so that then when memberships come out, I'll be able to remember to give you one? How are you? So you went through a moment of creative potential. You brought mastery to it. You brought Capricorn energy to it. You brought discipline, restraint, hard work. You gave yourself the ability to take responsibility of your own life, to discipline your own life, to give yourself the same experience that everybody else has with their 24 hours of the day. You're not somebody who's afraid of hard work at all. You're not somebody who isn't capable of manifesting that vitality that I was talking about before easily either. You're somebody who does this willingly. Oh, I'm dirty. I didn't even know. I must have sneezed on myself. You do this willingly on a moment-to-moment basis. You're somebody who has that resilience inbuilt in the here and now. You're somebody who has the ability to tap into the vitality of the future. Therefore, your ability to remain humble, present, here now, is potentially unnerving. But it's because you were willing to do that deep dive. To summarize, you were willing to do the deep dive. And I will note that 12 people arrived and 3 people remained. It's interesting. This deep dive isn't for everybody. This pile isn't for everybody. It's not for everybody to arrive at a place of stability within their own knowledge, within their own mind, and then be able to just express freely. Nostalgia comes up behind it. This gives me a 10. You've brought balance, potentially a little bit more emotion to it, but that's fine. We're in a 3D world. You want to bring feeling for it. So you've got to put your memories into action so that you can tap into that creativity, so that then you can lock in and focus on exactly what you want to focus on. I'm looking at this part here. It's like a crosshair. Your ability to focus, rest, and regenerate is what's going to give you the ability to move forward. So that's it for pile 1. Thank you very much, everybody. And yeah, I should say hello. Now that I can have a chat break, I'll say hello. So, Arnav the artist, how are ya? Geoth and Bibin Cherin, reunion possible, yes or no? Ooh, well, instantly I feel like there's assertion and there's reception, and so you need to determine what energy you're in at the moment. I can tell you that this year is the year of the fire horse, and it's a yang year, so it's a year of asserting yourself into things that you're passionate about, excited about, and metering your own energy, making sure that you're not overtly becoming codependent on the external experience to satisfy yourself. Therefore, you can be an equal contributor to the experience, a collaborator, if you will, a co-creator. So yeah, it's up to you really to decide if a reunion is possible. Reunion suggests that maybe there was a union once upon a time as well, and that you're not in union now. So I would hazard to say that you might want to assess what happened for the de-union and then evaluate whether or not a reunion is important for you here and now, or if there's something perhaps that you can work on for yourself to make the reunion possible whenever it happens, right? And then I have Hassan Kagla. Hello, young man. Hello, hello. How are you? Napti Lisiena. I don't know what that means. Ramadan closing offering. Oh, okay. Oh, Ramadan closed. Well, to everyone who celebrates, haram, haram, bro, haram. Cool. Hassan, nice to see you. I would love to get a Quran and read it because that is one of the religions that I haven't really experienced, one of the spiritualities I haven't experienced. Sorry to call that a religion. I'm not sure what it is. I just have an Abrahamic background myself, so I feel like there could be bits and pieces in that that might be beneficial for me as well. So, Jane, I said hello to you. I made you a moderator just so that I can remember when eventually it happens. I'll give you a membership. Yep. Um, Dick Shamishra 7300. Like for guidance for Diksha Mishra from India. Tune in, tap in. There will be plenty of guidance inside of this video for you. And yeah. Hello, Peter. G'day, Perth. Right now, if it's 8:41 here, is it 4:41 there for you, mate? Peter, what are you doing? All right, packing up pile one. I've caught up with chat and I will shuffle all of this back in and then we will go back to it. So if you missed the beginning of this, there was a little bit of a meditation. I was listening to the birds mostly, for the most part. I could hear a crow, I could hear the cockatoos, I could hear the corrallers. Everybody's making noise. Parliament is in session. Court is in session. That's how it felt. I was like, oh, Parliament, eh? What's going on? Anyway, we'll figure out what's going on for pile 2 in a minute. 5:41 a.m. Oh, we're in daylight savings. So it's 3 hours, not 4 hours. Sorry, bro. I've literally traveled across the Nullarbor quite a couple times, and I will never forget those sunsets or sunrises when we've been coming back. But I don't think we ever caught the sunrises. We only ever caught sunsets. So, yeah. Where are you in WA? I've been to Carnarvon. I've been to Northam and surrounding areas. And, oh no, you're in Perth. And yeah, I think I was in the Golden Valley? The Golden Valley? I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to pile 2, okay? I will chat to you after pile 2. Thank you to everybody who's here now. And yeah, good to see you all. You can do me a favor and leave a like if anything has resonated with you so far. And yeah, we'll get more people coming through who might need messages as well. So I won't show you the bottom of the deck because that one wasn't bottom of the deck, but I will tell you that Dove Spirit came out second. So birds of a feather, we should stick together, you know. Dove. I didn't hear my dove bird pigeon friends this morning. Be peace. I think of the ark when allegedly, when Noah let out the 2 doves and they brought back nothing a few times, and then finally they brought back a couple of twigs. I don't know where I just went there. Was the flood to kill the trees? What? Oh. 5 4 3 2 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 to Excuse me. Let's go. Dove Spirit, be peace. What are we being peace with? Peace be with you and also with you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. In the past energy, we have the Six of Wands. So these readings may definitely be for your future. So I would say hit the save button and come back to it if it's not hitting now. But if you've been drawn into this moment here and now, I would say there's something here for you. I don't know. I don't know how you think Spirit works, but I know how I think Spirit works. And yeah, Morpheus might have been right when he said, my beliefs do not require you to believe them for them to be true. I thought he was a little bit mission mission heavy myself, but yeah. We have the Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups with the Ten of Wands would be the future. They came out together, so they're being read together. Pile 2, Dove Spirit. We have the Six of Wands, which talks to victory. We have the Seven of Cups, which talks to illusion or choices, and that's in the present energy. And we have the Four of Cups and the Ten of Wands, which is apathy and burden, requiring emotional stability and potentially releasing with the completion. Interesting. So I'm tempted to start in the future because that seems to be the hardest energy to read through this. But anyway, being at peace, starting at the beginning, Dove Spirit. It's card number 21. It's 3. I'd say that's abundance. It's unity, I was going to say, but it's more like community. Past energy coming from a victory. You're doing a 6-7 here, by the way. 6-7. The 6 is fire. The 7 is cups. And the way that I see time, it's like we're all building our own towers. We're all building our own lives. That's how we're existing in time. We've all got our own little time that we're living inside of, that we're spiraling through. And so the past sits at the bottom. This is fire. 6 is like harmony. It's you've harmonized with your experience. You've given yourself the opportunity to understand what peace is for you. This is feeling like somebody who's in out of survival mode, sorry. Only if you were in survival mode will you understand what it's like to be out of survival mode. You're not in a rush. You're not in a hurry. You're not being hindered by anything in your external experience. If anything, you're having a very Mars moment within a very peaceful Gemini Virgo moment. I don't know. For this past energy, then present energy is different as well. It's very much Neptune and maybe Taurus Libra. There's this slow down so that you don't go with the mirage. Slow down so that you don't waste energy going to the mirage. Slow down so that you know that every foot that you take, every step that you take, your footsteps are ordered, they're marked. They're marked by the universe, marked by your intuition, marked by your ancestors, marked by the potential that you feel within yourself to vocalize. Because out of the abundance of your heart, the mouth speaks. And so you're going to need to be sure of who you are and how it is that you move forward, when it is that you choose to move forward, because otherwise, when you get to this future energy, this is exactly how it felt. It felt like this, and then I noticed that there was a second card beneath it. So if you're able to regulate what I just said, if you're able to integrate what I just said, if you've already got it as a matter of your own path, journey, life, then you're somebody who has emotional stability. You're not somebody who's encountering apathy, not somebody who's encountering like, ugh, Why me? Why do I have to be the one to hold the emotions together? Why do I need to be the one to help other people figure out their emotions? Like, aren't we all adults? Aren't we all humans? Aren't we all going through the same set of experiences? And therefore, can't we all collectively put our burdens down? Can't we all just make sure that we're looking after ourselves? And these two sort of combine to a 14, which gives temperance. Oh, Cancer, Sagittarius energy. It's up to you. It's your path, it's your life, it's your walk. At the bottom of the deck for this pile, I do say that there is strength, so it is for you to integrate. You can choose to walk in the light, walk in the dark. You can choose to operate from the light, operate from the dark. You can choose to just remain an observer of the situation. And essentially, that will be what moves you forward. So I feel like I need to know what happened between the 6 and 7. Because fire underneath water makes the water bubble up and boil and steam. And then the steam travels further than the eye can see. At least our eyes. So I'm interested to know what happened with the 6 of Wands to the 7 of Wands. Was it stable or was it misguided? Thank you. Ooh. It was a tower, so it was a revelation. You must have recognized that by you choosing to follow your own path, by you choosing to follow your own dreams, that the world was going to need to present to you the equal and opposite. The world was going to have to show you what the opposite of what it is that you've achieved can look like. So you potentially went through a little bit of a moment, like a what? And then you came back and you realized you could you could dispel the illusions of the present, and you could just stay in the here and now and make choices that feel emotionally secure, spiritually sound, instead of going out and experiencing all of those cups, which in the Rider-Waite Tarot, you can see a cup that has a dragon, a cup that has jewels, a cup that has money, a cup that has like people in it, right? So by you choosing to maybe be like the narwhal, and I will say in the here and now, I've watched a documentary about narwhals. By you choosing to be like the narwhal and not fall for the illusions, allow that tower to really reveal what it is that you need to know so that you can move forward easily. You can ascend to a place of emotional stability without any need to really look back. And I'm getting like that Sodom and Gomorrah effect. Like, if you look back, you're only going to turn to salt. So it's time to let go and to move forward. So what happened between the 7 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, please? And the 10 of Wands. 3 of Pentacles. With the Hermit at the bottom of the deck for this pile. And the Clarity deck. So you gained insight with that Hermit. You may be a Virgo, don't need to be. You may have a Chiron placement that could be either Leo, Scorpio, Cancer, Sagittarius, or Capricorn, or none of those. Who knows? Or Scorpio. Virgo, sorry, not Scorpio. I've said Scorpio, so take it if it resonates. Leo. Be peace. You worked with the universe. So once the illusions fell away, this is where you were able to tap into this emotional stability instead of apathy, because you really recognize that because you've had success in your own path, because you've had success in your own journey, you know that it's obtainable for anybody. You're not in competition with anybody, therefore you're able to work with people. You can collaborate with people. This collaboration leads to not only you, but everybody involved dropping their burdens, leaving their burdens behind, because it was literally behind this card like that, and focusing on what's emotionally important, spiritually important for the collective field, and making sure to work towards that, leaving that structure behind so that people can recognize, okay, well, this many years ago, or maybe this many millennia ago, these things were important. The things that were stone masoned, stone carved into stones, the things that we left behind as relics, not the things that may have been momentary, daily, the things that are no longer recorded because they were made of compostable material. And so it's good for the collective field to be entertaining the dove spirit more and more, to be at peace with themselves and to be at peace with each other. So yeah, that's that for pile number 2. Time for a chat break, eh? Oop, I just got a chat app notification. I should put my phone on silent. You really don't need to be hearing all of that. Do you want to know something stupid about all of that? Or maybe it's something interesting. I thought I was getting on those apps to potentially hook up, right? I have had more work clients come through that than I have like people. What is going on? This and then that's just really made me start thinking like, gosh, because I can't swear here, because my body being exposed here without me referencing that I'm wearing shorts seems to be like, I don't know. I'm like, well then do I use a platform that's not so fucking nanny state? Like, what? Maybe I should go to like OnlyFans or something and do my memberships over there. Like, what? At least it'd gain traction because I can offer all sorts of material. Like, I'm a single man. I'm a single man. I enjoy the idea of polyamory, and I believe that monogamy is for people who want monogamy. So, excuse this chat break. Excuse me for being human. In the middle of a collective session. It was that damn notification's fault. It's my fault for not silencing my intrusive thought to just overshare. No joke. I've been, I don't know. I feel like people, I don't know. It's like the water is going uphill. Yeah. It's like people are looking for how to deep dive for themselves. And that was the first card. Dig into, and I just cut into the 9 of Pentacles. Anyway. Yeah, everybody that's coming towards me is seeking some sort of self-independence, like, and I don't know, I'm literally starting to feel like Mary Poppins for other people, and I'm like, what about my vision board? Like, I was talking to somebody, just chatting with them, and we chatted, and he sent me his chart. I don't know how it led to that. He sent me his chart. I started interpreting it, and then we have two Capricorn placements in the same location. And he was like, "Oh, so tell me about that." And I was like, "I don't know how. I myself am learning astrology, so I'm very much happy to interpret your chart, but I'm not going to tell you, oh, this says that's going to happen. And like, I'm not confident in that. I'm literally a noob. I'm a green thumb for astrology. I just give it a go. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with trying. Is there? And I'm open to correction. I'm not an Aries all the way. Sorry, Aries. Or a Tauran. Sorry, Taurans. It's my mum and my dad, okay? My mum and my dad are Taurans and Aries. Coffee time! Alright, I should get this going. Maybe it'll just be 3 piles today. But yeah, 33:50 on the clock. Whew. I appreciate you, Jane. Thanks for hanging out. Hello 252. Like 6, yes or no. Does he like me and want to get to know me better? There are eyes looking at you with desire, but there are not the eyes that you're meeting. The eyes that you're meeting, there's more interest. I don't know what that means for you. You may be more friends than... Anyway. No. You wanted a yes or no. To whoever you're looking at, Hallie 252, no. Time to take a multivitamin. Time to take my bits and pieces. Time to go to the gym. I forgot to go to the gym before I was going to. We keep getting multiples coming out, and I don't like doing multiples with pick-a-piles with the Oracle guidance. So we got Turkey Spirit, give gratitude and grace. Wombat Spirit, be at home. That might go with the 10 and 9 of Pentacles from before. I don't know. I just burped. Ooh, I'm hungry. Damn, I was gonna let him be. I was gonna turn him into a pumpkin. Don't you know I need a car? Oh my goodness. Iron Man, how are you? I think my moderators are going to facilitate your silence. But how are you? You should start a YouTube channel. You seem bored enough to. No one is gonna know what I'm talking about. But like, yeah. Look at you sitting over here watching me doing a thing. Cute. One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. He tastes like you, only sweeter. Oh, one night, yeah, one more time. I just want to let you know. Like, bruh. Hi. You should send me an email, because I think you're blocked. But, like, yeah. Anyway. Sorry. What's this next pile? Is there any more piles? Am I free to go? Am I free to go? Oh, we got one. Buffalo Spirit. Buffalo Soldier. Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Oh, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo, yo. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Ba-do, do, do, be-do, be-do, do. Ba-do, do, do, ba-do, be-do, do. I love that this buffalo has headdress. He has 2 feathers. They might be hawk, or they could be owl. I'm not 100% sure, but they're beautiful. And I see a mandala here. This is the first card that I'm looking at. It's a green mandala, so it gives heart chakra. It also gives maybe third eye chakra, with the top mandala being a different color. I see a heart in the middle of this buffalo's face, and he's got paint on his face. It gives very ceremonial, ancestral energy. Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. as it always has, right? And I'm literally like hypnotizing myself with the back of these cards. That was like spinning for me. Woo. It's a 10. This will be the last pile. And then I'll open up to the end of the reading and see if anybody needs me to pull them some cards. First up, past energy. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles came out in the reverse. So Buffalo Spirit may be here to remind you that, of course, the universe wants to provide for you. You just need to reach out. You just need to ask for its help. And so if you're feeling like your independence is being threatened by anything, if you feel like you have had your independence taken away from you, know that the universe has seen what you have gone through. It has seen your plight, and it will restore everything that was taken away from you. Nothing that was taken away from you without your consent can be taken for very long. And in the here and now, if you ever need to, you can call back your power. I've made quite a few different bottles now because I've had a bit of time to just chill and do my thing and not really give a hoot's snot about what else anybody else is doing. So I've got a few little bits and pieces happening behind the camera and on the side of the camera whenever it is, wherever it is. Of course, I've always got my talismans on, so I appreciate everybody who sends through energy, light or otherwise. It all gets transmuted by the channel and becomes what it is. So yeah, we're traveling towards 1,000 members as well, very, very slowly, which is the pace that I'm sort of hoping we continue at. It means I get to do what I do as often as I want to do without having to be pigeonholed by everybody and anybody. So yeah. I think, where is, not you, where is, oh. I don't know. The next card, we got the Four of Cups. This card came out in another pile. Are you willing to receive from the universe, though? Because all of a sudden, this energy is giving a little bit hyper-independent. Are you open to receiving from the universe, or are you trying to manifest yourself? The Four of Cups can talk about emotional stability, the way that I read it, if it's a personal reading, but during collective readings, it's more towards apathy or not being able to see what's being offered to you. It's maybe you're too deep inside of your situation to see that the universe is trying to help you and you just need to follow its guidance, follow its direction. Let's see. Is it an ant in my hair or is it someone sending energy? This is the back of my toric field. Sorry, I haven't ever really explained, but I scry with my bells and my cymbals and my chimes. I ascertain whether it's feminine, masculine, a mental attack, a physical attack, whether it's collective, personal. And then even, I don't know if you've ever heard or recognized, but I do hear different chimes, so I'll hold it in a different hand. And then I know that it's a masculine that might not be happy with something that I'm saying. And then once I identify that, that's where I start weaving. So I find the thread of energy and I spool it. I end up with my wind of energy and then I wrap it around the moment. It travels in 12 directions and it operates like a theremin cage. And then what happens is, so because people project energy sometimes with or without their awareness, they sometimes turn themselves into batteries. So then they become addicted to providing you this type of energy. So more specifically, what I'm talking about, this actually could be about you. Let's see. What's in the future for this pile? Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Didn't want to come out. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Six of Cups. Protected nostalgia, defended nostalgia, defensive emotional regression, decisive redirection, integrated harmony, this 6-7. It's a different 6-7 this time. This pile has a 6-7 too. And there's 7 likes in the freaking video. That's so cool. It's an opportunity for you to choose. Are you going to move forward in the way that you've always done in the past, living inside of that same insanity loop? Or are you going to move forward knowing that everything might change and nothing might be set in stone, but the rate of progress that you choose to take is your own. The way that you choose to move forward with your life, the way you choose to project energy into the collective experience is up to you. And the way that people choose to use the energy that you offer them is up to them. This is authority. This is divine order. This is universal law. And how I choose to use the energy is how the universe will respond to me, whether I choose to respond to you or I choose to respond to the collective field. This is what happens. We all have the opportunity to progress. We all have the opportunity to move forward in our own time, in our own timelines too. We are all, like I said before in another one, we're all inside of our own time bubbles, time dilations. We're all living inside of our own little faces. And imagine this world. Imagine a world where all these little mirrors, all these little pictures of whoever and whatever, all these little pictures, and your world is made up of that. Think about the Truman Show. Okay? By you choosing to stay in a place of hyper independence, by you choosing not to see how you can reach out to the collective field, by you choosing to instead stay in a place of self mastery, you may not recognize where you can move forward. You may not recognize where your collective field is actually ready for you to elevate and for you to actually start leading. So you need to ascertain for yourself whether or not you are willing to stop being defensive with the universe, to stop being so guarded with the manifestations that you've been craving to come out, right? Just bottom of the deck on the confirmation card. You have to be prepared to let go of what memories you had of the past and what visions you have for the future and just live in the here and now, knowing that everything that exists in this moment is for you. That includes your thoughts, that includes your heart, your feelings, that includes everything that is happening to you right now is for you to interpret as you deem right, as you see fit. As long as you are not harming anyone else, as long as you are not lying to anyone else, as long as you are doing everything that you desire to do, how can you be doing anything wrong? And now I'm not talking about the stuff that the X-Files has brought out recently. I'm not talking about that stuff. That stuff needs to be taken to the town square. Sorry, that's my position. Children are to be protected at all levels. Children are not to be traumatized. Children are not to be harmed. Children are not to be anything. It's ridiculous. Eslina, how you doing? I'm almost done with this pile and then I'm going to get to the end of this and I'll offer some readings. So if you want to zoom back and just look for the different piles, they start at the animal spirits. Otherwise, after the fact, I'm going to put timestamps and yeah. Whew, you've got to be willing to let go of everything that has happened in the past so that you can move forward into the future. The way that you move forward into the future is by instilling all of the protections that we can as the people. Yes, Queen Amidala, Queen Padme. Padme? Queen Amidala? Senator Amidala? Padme? And make a move for a vote of no confidence? Damn straight. Well, leadership is for leading what? Leading the country where? Maybe we should let them run our businesses for us. That's the best thing that they seem to be doing. Making trades, making businesses. Ooh, everybody who is... anybody who is anywhere near factories around the world right now. Oh my goodness. Anybody who is around prisons around the world right now. Be aware of what's happening with that land. Be aware of what's happening, whose hands those properties are in. Be aware of where money is traveling right now. This is how the universe wants to speak to you. It wants to give you the ability to remain protected, like this tardigrade that can travel through space as a dehydrated speck and then enter into different orbits, enter into different planets, and potentially find life like it did here on this planet. We haven't got that potential, but that little animal does. And that's universal level of protection. So once you understand that you're on a path, you're on a journey, you're on an adventure of your own device and your own making, you can interpret everything that happens to you however you want. Is it going to be an attack? Is it going to be an advance? Is it going to be a flirt? How is it going to come across to you? What cognitive schema are you demonstrating by speaking what you speak about? What is it that you're actually delivering to the collective field by your life, by your experiences that you're willing to have? What is it that you're moving towards in your future? There is too many cards here, Spirit. That was like 13 cards. I just need one card, please, to give me information from the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse to the Four of Cups, please. It's the Ace of Cups. It was healing. Okay. that makes the most sense. I don't know why I even... Yeah, with Temperance at the bottom of this part here. So you must have healed the part of you that was remaining in hyper-independence. You know that hyper-independence is a trauma response. Like, Teal Swan talks about it a fair bit. I said this in a previous video. If everybody becomes independent, what happens to the community? If everyone becomes a CEO, what happens to the business? Do you know how much that salary costs? So you had to go through a moment of healing. You had to go through a moment of integration where you went through what the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse feels like, and you decided, okay, no, I'm going to stay independent, but I'm also going to stay connected to the collective experience. This is what brought you to the Four of Cups. Maybe you personally did have a emotional restabilization moment, but inside of the collective field, I'm sensing that you sensed apathy. You sensed that people weren't able to meet you where you are at, and so you needed to find people that were at where you're at, potentially people that had more of an open mind, more of a expanded sense of self. This is what ultimately leads you to the future. And I just saw the Page of Pentacles trying to come out, which talks to a beginning, leads you to a new beginning. Yo. All right, let's see. Four of Cups to the Seven of Wands. I got the Seven of Cups and the Page of Swords. That's two though. So, I can take two because there's two back there. So the Seven of Cups to the Page of Swords would mean that you went through, and with the Page of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck, you really did go through a new beginning here with this pile. You were willing to see every way that you maybe were hindering your own progress. You were willing to see what you needed to heal. You were willing to see in what ways you were hindering your progress, or in what ways your progress was being hindered. You brought healing, you brought patience, you brought temperance before to this situation, which gave you the ability to see what you needed to stabilize, what you needed to heal within your collective field so that you could open up your choices. Open up your choices and remain protected is the way that I want to say this. You opened up your free will. You opened up your heart, and your heart started giving you all of the things that maybe were once upon a time only daydreams of a young child, a young teenager, a young person who had a lot of dreams, had a lot of visions, had a lot of hope for the future, had a lot of reverence for the knowledge that was being accrued in the here and now, and had a lot of patience to observe that everything that comes forward is potentially a reflection of the past, but ultimately, if it comes forward again, then it may not be an illusion. It may be something that actually is for us and brings us healing instead. So if pile 4 was for you, thank you very much for doing what you're doing inside of the collective field. I can't say that it would be easy, but I do know that your work is going to be worth it. You're going to give yourself this beautiful gift of life, this beautiful gift of potential, and the limitation is you. So don't let limitation exist, and just be everything that you want to be. And don't be afraid. Plenty of people have done it before. That's how we've gotten to our technology level today. People have been willing to stand out on the edge and maybe let everybody stand off of their own plank. But hey, you're going to have a plank in the water with you down there, and if you hit the ground, then you're not going to have much left to look forward to anyway. So step out on the ledge and see what you can do. I'm not telling you to go fly up towards the sun. I'm not telling you to fly down into a gully without the proper training equipment and all this stuff. I'm telling you to follow your own heart. Get grounded in your own experience and discover for yourself what it is that you are trying to build in your lifetime, leave behind in your lifetime, because our lifetimes, I'm sorry to remind you of this, our lifetimes are so insignificant. We live for 120 years as a collective of 8 billion people, not including the planets on this arc that we're living on. So follow your heart. Nobody else can follow your heart for you. You can do everything that is inside of your heart if you give yourself the opportunity to process all of the pain, get to the point where you can heal yourself and heal those immediately around you who are asking for it, because you don't need to be everybody's healer. You don't need to be everyone's therapist. You don't need to be everyone's ear or shoulder or none of this. You can be somebody who is refined enough that actually finds that same experience or echo in your outside, in your 3D. And so, yeah, that was the pick a pile for today. I feel real good. That was real fun. 69, dinner for 2 with a hairy view. Ooh. No, there are 6 people watching and 9 likes. Sorry, I used to go to drag bingo and that was what the call out was for 69. Dinner for 2 with a hairy view. How'd that go? I'm preparing for government exam. Can I clear? Well, did you study enough, my friend? That's a silly question to ask out loud in public. Don't you know? I don't know if you have studied. I don't know if you have been busy chasing people, experience, places, things. You do. I'm a man on the other side of a screen for you. And you are somebody that's not in my here and now. You are just in this moment. Sida, Vinyak, any relationship coming up? And please tell me the timeline also. Oof. Oh, behave. Let's see. Vasava music. Vasava music, I'm going to do something for you. Let me just put my cards away. Eight of Pentacles, the Sun in reverse, the Six of Pentacles in reverse. What's your star sign? Iron Man, no. I wish I could talk to individuals during the collective part easier. Everything becomes part of the channel though. The way that people, I've said this many times before from this platform, the way that you choose to present yourself is completely up to you, and the way that I choose to respond to you is completely up to me. So as long as we can have that mutual respect, and whenever I come to your channel, whenever you start one, that's the vibe. Pisces. You say that, and that literally is the center of the reading. I'm doing a 9-card reading for you, which is a precursor to my 22-card spread. This will give me 9 points of information, and it's specifically for you. All right. So let me know if this resonates with you. If this doesn't resonate with you, then I will pick up all the cards and I will shuffle it away. Your question was any relationship coming up, and tell you the timeline. This card here talks about slow progress. This is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is potentially the slowest moving knight inside of the tarot. This isn't to say that the relationship is coming to you slowly, that you are moving towards a relationship slowly, but this is giving an indication of a slower timeline. This talks about having an internal level of mastery, being able to speak to and see your own light and the light of others. If you're somebody who's chasing carnality, oftentimes carnality isn't going to be the thing that gets you to the ultimate level of progress that you're looking to achieve. Carnality may be a distraction, but you said relationship. And so this knight here demonstrates a very, very, very heavy symbiotic relationship outlook. This knight is a bumblebee. This knight is somebody who works as part of the collective. This knight is somebody who potentially, with that vibration that comes through with the drrr of the wings, you're somebody who doesn't necessarily need to put much action towards finding this relationship on the outside. You need to give yourself the opportunity to have that strong relationship with yourself. I'm seeing the image of a mountain, and I'm hearing this ancient Chinese proverb that I don't really know how to quote properly because I've only heard it a few times, but water is the only element that can destroy rock over time. Rock doesn't even destroy water. Is this resonating with you so far, Vasava music, or not at all? Because I can read you the actual reading. That was just the bottom of the deck. So your question pertains to love. I am imagining, because of the way that I see that you've put timeline in your question, there seems to be an urgency, but I want to give you a moment of encouragement. I sense at the very beginning, at the essence of your energy, the essence of your energy is somebody who's very masterful with their own energy, with their time. You're very meticulous. You may be somebody who goes to the gym. I'm not sure. You're somebody who's very in tune with their surroundings. You're not somebody who stays in the wrong place for a very long time, you're very much inside of the field. It's the Pisces energy that I'm feeling, like that psychic powers. You're very compassionate, so you have passion for the community. You have the ability to connect your creativity force. Actually, pile one might be relevant to you as well. That came up with the Empress, which talked on creativity. You're somebody who has the ability, like, see how it's made all of these beautiful things behind it? And it's an individual, right? Like, we don't see many, but we could perceive that there might be others living inside of these things. I don't even know what they are, but your essence is of somebody who's very effervescent. Your essence is required, I want to say. And what's interesting here is we increase into the sun in reverse. So this could be you potentially putting too much effort into trying to manifest something. This is very much yang energy, very much pushing. Your There's a push energy, but this first line is calling more for just peace, mastery of the moment, and recognition that you are this sunlight energy. You are somebody who is full of vitality, full of potential, full of light. And so you are somebody who does need to be careful how you are exchanging with the external. Don't give too much of what you have created away for free. Don't give too much of yourself away for nothing. Allow the right people to meet you. Allow the right relationships to be brought to you, so that then if long-term marriage or a long-term committed relationship is your objective, that stabilizes in your material world, my friend. The Hierophant talks about having structure inside of your experience. It's a 5. It's talking about you being able to perceive that the coming together of two things is possible, but what energy is created between these two things is important. Is it going to be competitive? Is it going to be aggressive? Is it going to be assertive? Is it going to be receptive? Is it going to be loving? The way that you choose to prepare yourself in these next coming seasons is the way that the universe will begin to respond to you. You are somebody who has the sun and the moon inside of your reading. So you are somebody who can use the moon as a reflective tool to give back to the universe what no longer serves you, to give back to God what no longer is elevating you, to return to the day bright, refreshed, so that then you can go out into the world and find the right relationships, the right connections. I don't know why this card is in the reverse. It's the Two of Cups, by the way, if you're just listening. I do want to clarify, so I'm going to pull. Maybe it's just something that I can't foresee for you, or something that I can read for you, but the Two of Cups in the reverse after the moon, it could mean that there's some kind of cycle or season that you need to close out so that the right relationship comes to you, so that you experience the right harmony inside of your connections. So then disharmony would be the word that comes out with that. I see the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Cups flipped upright. That's independence and apathy, and then the King of Cups, emotional stability. So maybe, my friend, you are somebody who is very emotional. You're somebody who is quite expressive. You're somebody who has a lot of potential inside of them. How are you regulating this energy? How are you going to be dealing with the present, future, knowing that relationships are two-way streets? Relationships are important for both people to be looking towards the same goals and objective, especially if the relationship is going to be something that's solidified inside of a covenant. You're wanting to be sure that you're coming to it looking at the right things, that you're not looking at the wrong things, that you're actually having an elevated perspective, not a lower perspective, And therefore, it will give you the experience to move towards things that actually feel good for you, things that you actually want to have in your life. Because I get 2 moving away cards for this final line and for your future energy, not the furthest future, but the future energy. This card here talks about moving away from thoughts, moving away from triggers, moving away from anything that's blocking you from experiencing your creativity and your power in the way that you want to. And this is moving towards, I think, more so a relationship that lasts a lot longer, is a lot more meaningful, and is more colorful, deeper. These 2 cards actually talk about deep sea fish. Actually, this is a squid. That's shallow water. That's deep water. So maybe there's some deep thoughts that you've got to process through so that you can actually have the future that you're looking for. And then there may be some emotions that you need to rebalance or recheck so that then you can move forward, move out, move into your future with a totally open, totally shifted perspective that is yours, that can't be hindered, hurt, or maneuvered by anybody else. It's your life, it's your experience, and yeah, ultimately, nobody can tell you what to do. Nobody even knows what you're doing. So keep doing what you're doing if you want to keep doing it, and if not, move on, right? That's the benefit of being alive. That's the benefit of being in the here and now. You get to choose what experiences you remain attached to. You get to choose what life you have. That's all, girl. That's all, boy. Thanks for being here. If you're still here, Vasava Music. But yeah, relationships are everywhere. And if this was the first time we met today, Vasava Music, nice to meet you. Yeah, good luck with that. I think relationships are fun. In terms of a timeline, as I said at the beginning, it's very slow. But the slower you go at getting the right relationship, the more meaningful it will be to both of you. So, yeah, that was it. That was all. Thank you very much. All right, everything's gonna be all right. I had some retracted messages. So Hina Sharma, hello. Madhavi Chowdhury, hello. Hina Sharma, retracted again. Okay. Universe guidance for me about my health. And should I unblock my ex? And can you say something specifically about me? Okay. Everything I said, that whole channel just then was all for you. I think based on literally what I was shuffling and thinking before finalizing your reading, before picking up the cards, I think you're about to have some kind of spiritual awakening. You're about to have some kind of connection to an angelic, heavenly... Something's going to happen for you. It's dependent on a choice, and it's dependent on some kind of healing. Somebody... You're being called to have emotional mastery, not just stability. Yeah. And I literally just cut back into the moon. So intuition, dreams, unconscious. I feel like I just want to read you this card. Confusion, hidden, deceit, fear, anxiety. Do not act until you are sure. Misconception, insecurity, instability, vagueness, illusion, experimentation, drudgery. Okay? I feel like that's the reading. That's the moment. I've got to go to the bathroom. That's all. So I might turn that off for a sec. Okay, I'm back. Let's just see. Head you see through me from cards. What did you saw? Is good or bad, bro? I'm so confused right now. So one thing, I'm not sure how new you are to public spirituality, Vasava music, but when we're in a space like this, when you're receiving messages from me here and now, like this, I do my best to have my energetic wards up. I do my best to make sure that I'm wearing the right things to keep myself attuned to the energy, but I cannot control what other people do. And so at any point when I'm reading your energy, if anybody sits inside of the chat, if anybody sits inside and has a thought or has a thing that stacks for them, it's called thought stacking. They form a specific pressure point, and sometimes things can be spoken about that have nothing to do with you. This is what the collective field is for. And this is why I offer private readings via my email. You can go have a look at my about and you can receive a private reading from me. I'll send you a live list that just you and I will be there. And the interactions don't happen from external places. Like just even in the here and now. Hina Sharma asked again, my reading done or not? I have no responsibility to Hina Sharma, right? I've never agreed to do a reading for her. She hasn't asked me. She hasn't thanked me. I don't know who she is, right? And so I do my best to try and deliver you the clear messages. But anything, if you ever feel like anything is not fitting right and it doesn't sit right, please, please, please just let it go. Trust and believe that if I was to give you a one-on-one where the energy is clearly just me and you, it's very different to being on a collective, inside of a collective field. And really, truthfully, if we sit and understand what the internet is, your message is being delivered from your body into an electronic field, a technological field, and then being processed, and then I'm having to receive it on my end. That already is quite a lot of interference. So yeah, like for me, whenever I'm inside of another reading, I like to ask questions sometimes. I haven't actually gone to another reader for a while. I just sit in collective messages because that's the type of work that I'm here to do. I'm here to deliver collective messages, and I've had a bunch of people in the past say, "Oh, that's different, that's weird, that's unusual." And to them I say, "Yeah, why be like everyone else?" The judgment card can be, it's just within your reading, it's very much up to you. the energy that it, and then this is where I was being very tentative with the way that I was delivering the message, because I genuinely didn't understand why the Two of Cups was in reverse. That's what I was, and that's where I say what I say. I think you should use your discernment and take what resonates and then just leave what doesn't, because ultimately I try my best to lock into your signal by saying your name and thinking about Pisces. But if another Pisces comes into the room, I don't know what. Do you get what I mean? Like, yeah. This is basically a public space. Yes, I'm sitting inside of my caravan. Yes, I'm sitting in Victoria, Australia. And yes, I'm inside of like a fence now. But this is a public space, this moment that we're creating together. This moment right here is the public space that we're sharing. So, yeah. It's hard. It's hard to convey this information to people. And it's like, I get it. A lot of people will skim across and think that, oh, more entertainment. But, okay, maybe read the fine print. Maybe go look at people's descriptions. Go see what type of work people do regularly. Go sit in other people's messages without them being live and see what they feel like. Get a sense of what their brain and their heart is processing and interpreting. Like, people give away a lot more than they realize without even meaning to. It's a condition. So yeah. I will depin you because I am done reading your energy. I'm going to close out your energy. Jane, you're beautiful. And Vasava, thank you so much. What type of music do you make, bro? Iron Man BK6K. Oh. Who are you? Who? Who are you? Who? Indie pop. Are you a producer? Like, do you sit in the lab and you cook up concoctions of vibrations and music stuff, or do you vocals? DJ? Let's see. Jingle bells, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells singing, jingle bells sway. Dancing and flowing, we dance all the time. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. Giddy up, jingle bells, jingle bell rock, jingle bells swing and jingle bell bring. Dancing and flowing, we go all around. So, Iron Man, you're a vocalist and a waiter, but you don't know why. You don't know why, but you feel music. Awesome. Woo! Iron Man. Interesting thing about this, I got meditate when I was thinking about you, and then when I was looking at the hands, I felt triathlon. And I don't know if that's because your name is Iron Man, but I felt triathlon. I feel like you've been training for a while. The bands here are showing me your commitment. Tell me, Iron Man, are you still here? Or are you gone? I said, oh, come on, baby, turn the lights off. I said, oh, cause it's getting late, cause it's getting late. I said, oh, come on, baby, turn the lights off. Have you been meditating lately? Are you doing a triathlon? Have you been working really hard lately? What is it? Is any of that for you? Or is this someone else? Oh, Spirit, that's funny as. No? Cool. Because, anyway. So for whoever this message is for, it's not for Iron Man. Sorry. For whoever this message is for, the number 40 may be relevant to you. You may be somebody who has been on a upward trajectory of trying to get their mind and their heart and their body into alignment. You're somebody who has tapped into their divinity fully. You're somebody who is moving in their light. They're moving in their power. Nothing is really obstructing. You're somebody who has the ability to integrate shadow as it appears, and you're not somebody who shies away from speaking their voice, well, speaking their truth and walking their walk and talking their talk. You're somebody who regularly transmutes on a regular basis. 44 may be relevant for you. 40, 44, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And you're somebody who actually has all of your future travels protected by the divine. So if this message was for you, you should let me know in the comments after the live, because this message was not for anybody in the live. Sorry. Thanks. Let me know after the fact if this message was for you. Because, yeah. Awesome. I'm going to go back to chat, have a little bit of a chat break, and we'll see if we read anybody else. Ooh, how you feeling, girlfriends, boyfriends? All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, put your hands up. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, oh, oh. Don't. Fuck. Don't. I fucking need a cough, and I just tried to belt. Far out. Far out. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, who's here now and needs a message? Just put your star sign in the chat for me. I said, oh, woo, woo. Come on, baby, turn the lights off. 10 of Pentacles with the 3 of Wands. Transforming towards legacy and expansion. Moving quickly. Moving very quickly. And if not, there's 12 likes, so I've kind of done what I wanted to do. You? S. Leela. I will have to double check to see if you have put your star sign already, because I got a terrible memory on live. I tried to stay in the moment. I believe... Okay, so S. Leela, hi, may I ask a question? Sorry, I didn't see you before. You would like to ask about Lee's current feelings towards you. New sub, thank you. Lee's current feelings towards you, thank you. Libra, Lee's current feelings towards you, please. Have I missed my reading? I list connection. Lee's current feelings towards me, please. Me, please. I'm so sorry. I said, woo, woo, come on, baby, turn the lights off. Sorry I didn't see you. In future, feel free to just wait until I say, does anybody want a reading? That way you can just enjoy the shenanigans while they're happening. For entertainment purposes only. I heard that you're settled down and that you're married now. How I heard that your dreams came true. Is anybody a Aries in this situation? And is Lee the Libra? Libra? Or are you the Libra? Sorry. To answer your question with one card. Oh, you're both Libra. Okay. To answer your question with one card, this card literally talks about pursuit. It doesn't necessarily need to be you or him. It can be both of you. I admitted before about my beliefs on monogamy, so I will not repeat them right now. But yeah, in one card, I'd say your current feelings are that of pursuit for one another. Is that resonating with you? Which is beautiful. I guess that reads as consent. And I think consent is an interesting thing to appear in my mind's eye just now. Consent is something that's very important in part for spirituality and for you to understand. I myself will never be able to affect anybody's consent without them being here, and so I will only ever be speaking to the querent. The karma that comes from questions, I allow you to experience that also. It's not my job to experience your answer. It's my job to divine it and offer it to you. And then it's up to you if you choose to take it or not as well. The most interesting thing about, I guess, entertainment spaces and spirituality and spiritual expression and personal expression, they make this colorful area very gray, very not so obvious to the participant what they're walking themselves into. And it's a big reason why in the past I used to put a lot of disclaimers on my videos at the bottom. I used to pin comments, hey, do yourself a favor, fast forward to the beginning of the video. Let yourself know what you're walking yourself into. Because I know what I'm doing here. Do you know what you're doing here? Like, so Libra already, I don't need to tell you about yourself, but Libras are very much relationships, connections. You're very much the balance, the fairness. You cut to the truth of things because you believe in the depth of it. You believe in the life of it. You believe in the love of it. You believe in the core of it. And what's going on with your pursuit of this person? Will she be successful? I see that there is a call for you to use your discernment and also a call for you to depart from potentially emotionally burdensome collective fields. How long have you known this person, Leela? The Sagittarius energy, I mean, the Aries energy inside of this card is definitely giving me like there's sparks flying towards. The visual of the Queen of Wands looking at the Knight of Wands is sort of what you confirmed. And then we have this little swimmer here in the water. It's like, I don't know, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Eights can mean infinity, but yeah, we've just had some energy come into the room, so I will wrap this up for you here and now, Leela. If you do want more of a personalized message, something that can't really be affected by other people's influence and arrivals and departures, then feel free to hit me up in the email. Maybe I should pin my email address, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's in my description on my YouTube page. My video descriptions pretty much are generic until I edit them later. So I don't know if you're still here, Leela, but yeah. Feel like your spirit team is doing something in the background for you anyway. So you're going to arrive at the right relationship in the right time. Nothing really will block you from getting to where you're going. I do see that you've got like a crown chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra connection that can't really be deviated from, and you've known your life's mission for a very long time, and that's really what you're looking at pursuing to succeed. So I don't know if this means that you've got a legacy to leave behind in the form of a family, in the form of a business, in the form of a charity, but it's something that's very meaningful to you. And if it hasn't appeared in your 3D yet, then it's something that's going to be able to carry you forward for a very long time to a very happy place. 369 came to my mind. 369. And anyway, that's it. That's you. That's all. Let me see. Read Sprinkle. Sprinkle, you're back. I've seen you before. What happened? Chat break? Shall we have a chat break? Beautiful. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and then yeah, have fun. This each and every single day that you wake up and you can do this. And go for a walk in a graveyard and look at all the people that can't do that. Realize what that is. And laugh, because you're alive. Brother, sister, whoever is resonating with this part of the message. You're alive. You have the potential to wake up tomorrow and do absolutely anything. There is no limitations. The only limitation is your attachment. Your attachment to anything is going to limit you beyond everything else. Look, how attached am I to my thumb? What will happen if I lose my thumb? Quite a lot, actually. Thumbs are quite important, did you know? What will happen if I lose my roof? What will happen if gravity stopped working? Our attachment keeps us somewhere, keeps us grounded, keeps us locked in. And so I have moved on from speaking just to Leela, and I am moving into general message that we moved into together. But yeah, all of the attachments that you choose to have in the external reality, everything that you pour out into and expect a return from, or expect to have there tomorrow, without you expecting that a plane could fall on your house, a meteor could fall on the planet, a tsunami could happen, an earthquake could happen, a landslide could happen. How are you? What are we worried about? What are we worried about here? What are we concerned about here now? Are we putting too much energy outside of ourselves and becoming full of misery because we empty ourselves out into somebody else, into an external experience? Let's see. I'm going to bring up Chalet as just a individual chat because I can look at your whole channel activity in one spot. So here it is. He just used the fuck out of me and then flipped it around and blamed it on me and pretty much told me I was a narcissist biatch. Oh yeah, and he stole from me. Then he left telling me I need to think about whose fault it was and telling me maybe we could talk about it. Ooh. I don't know why, but in my head for you, Chalet, what is this person's profession? He's a delivery person. He helps people move, and he's a Virgo. Sprinkle Chalet and Adita Singh Sam. Do you guys know each other? Driver. Right. That's cool. Hello. Oh, yeah. Yep. Give me 1 sec. My dad needs his keys. I was going to ask if we could anyway. Just to make it easy to get in there. Yeah. Because I'll take it back a little bit at a time so it's still green. It doesn't really matter that it's not green. Oh. I started cutting it slowly too, if you can see the floor. It's growing. This is ugly. It's not green, but I had to do it for the face. Yeah. I'm just live at the moment. Oh shit, sorry. It's alright. Happy to have a chat. Yeah, I've been gone for a little bit already. Ciao. I want you to know that you're my type. You and me run the same course. I'm looking for a chain reaction. La da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 dum da dum 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 la da 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 da. Woo! Okay. Someone's about to go to school. Ooh! I just got put in my kids' church environment. Like, oh, someone's about to sit in the corner. Who is it? Who is it? What happened? Alright, I'm going to bring you back up, Chalet. In the private individual, I can see all of your texts. No, lol, my moon and rising are also Virgo. I'm a Pisces. It's been pretty horrible. I just don't understand how I always manage to find the worst people. It's hard to be here. Thank you for asking. I hope yours was better. I just want friends who are decent people. Yeah, okay. The coincidence thing. I didn't see that, and I'm like, yeah, cool. Okay. So that's 100% fair enough that you just want people who are decent. What is it? What is it that I can offer her, please? I'm getting the sense you're an empath. You are aware that you're on a journey if you resonate with the empath idea, right? Ooh. Yeah. Have you gotten to the stage of boundaries yet? Have you gotten angry yet? Is what I'm asking. Yeah. Okay. So at that point, once you get to that point, you will better be able to see these types of relationships before they occur. They require you to have a lot more discernment and a lot more grace for yourself, because specifically the language you've used and the language that that person used against you, I would also probably argue and detect that you're neurodivergent. These experiences can be colored from childhood, and unhappy experiences with them can lead more to trauma response rather than true empathy. And so it's up to you to go on the journey and discover for yourself, is this the human being that I want to continue being each and every single day, where I'm having these relationships with people who I see as valuable or worthy for me? The healing journey is interesting. When you, the more and more and more that you stay on the healing journey, like, when does healing end? Does anybody know? Because I'd like to get off that train. I'm ready. Like, I don't know. I've gone through the healing stages where now I'm like, nah, somebody just needs to throw the first punch. Literally. Because I may not start a fight, but I will finish it. Because this is just it. And this is the most interesting thing about people that are empaths, that are healers, people who are highly intuitive people. We have two sides to us. It's like people don't understand. 14 and 15 in the major arcana. There's a duality. Like, I don't know how you don't see it, but anyway, okay. And you, Ophiuchus, sit in the middle of it. All of us. Anyway, that was redacted. I hope you could hear me. Oh shit. I was charging my drone and I just fucking jerked it out of its freaking box by the cable because my phone went to 5%. Oh no. We interrupt your program to bring you this recharging moment. Okay. It never ends. Okay. Yes, horrible childhood. Okay. So I'm tuned into your energy pretty clearly. You've been here before, haven't you? I recognize your name. We both have Mars in Scorpio. Why do you want to be with this person? Do you want to be with this person? Do you want to remove them from your life? Why are you holding on to their words? Because they're pretty strong words, I think, in my opinion. It's actually a pretty bold action to stand confident and call someone a narcissist without the 12 years of training that it requires. Even I'm scared to use that terminology. It's well outside of my scope. It's a psychological term. It's a psychiatric term, actually. It's you've got to go through medical school and then finish a psychiatric degree. It's quite intense. It's not just language that the general populace needs to be using. It's heavily researched language. And I mean, us commoners have common stories to reflect on, like Narcissus, the ancient Greek that fell in love with his reflection. Narcissist. You just want to not be in pain anymore, and I feel like I'm not meant to be loved in this lifetime in the physical. See, instantly I caught witch wound. I think you've got a wound from a past life, whether it's this current one or a past experience entirely, where you gave all of your love to somebody who could never return it back to you. And that's what karma is. That's why we experience the patterns that we experience. So the way to break and the way to translate into a dharmic pattern would be to give what you gave to yourself. I don't think it's a coincidence that you found my channel as well. Like, I'm somebody who definitely advocates for self-love, self-acceptance, self-appreciation, self-motivation, a lot, but more and more I'm getting to the point where there is a limitation to that as well. And that's where you come to the place where you are a full cup finally from giving the love to yourself that you deserve, by giving yourself the first choice of things, by giving yourself the first opportunity of your day, and in the very morning of your day, giving yourself the best chance to succeed and do what you want to do with your day. And then going out into your day and offering from your full cup, which is bubbling over like a champagne glass, right? Okay. You're starting to give me the idea that you believe this person is your twin flame or a soulmate. Am I back? Reading. He was staying with me because he currently does not have anywhere to stay, and I was trying to help him out. Where is your Venus, Chalet? What's your Venus placement? And do you know your Chiron? If you can email me your chart and you want a one-on-one privately, or go and follow my Instagram if you want. And you can chat to me there. I can even video chat you there, and it'll be easier. My Instagram is the same as my title. Venus is Pisces. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. Chiron is Taurus. Okie dokie, okie dokie. And if you don't mind, how old are you? Do you know what year you were born in? I was born in the year of the horse. I haven't told anyone that publicly yet, but yeah, everybody that's here and now knows. So this is my year. And it's a fire year, and I'm a 4-time Sagittarius. I'm excited, and I've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in my chart. I just have the least Aries and the most Sagittarius. To go back to you, sorry. Venus in Pisces, Chiron in Taurus. I don't know what squares my Venus means, but I feel like that's exactly why I asked you. Because I wanted to know how I could offer you a message of healing. Literally, I asked my spirit team inside my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, please point me to where how can I help this poor person? Like, how can I help this person heal? Like, how can I help this? Because I don't want anyone to be in this situation. I want literally everyone to just instantly, all of us together, like, I'm never going back. I'm choosing me from now on. I'm never going back. That's my dream and wish for everybody. Like, that they would choose somebody who chooses them. But after you've chosen yourself. Anyway. Okay. So 3 degrees Pisces Venus. That is very, 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 very transit. That's like cuspy energy. Which I would interpret like it can be a blend of fixed and cardinal energy. It's like the blend of Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, that commencement, that initiation, that mastery, exploration, like that, like every step is organized, but then it's also that fixed state of the end of the previous cycle, which is trying to be integrated as the transit occurs. So transits for me occur 3 days across, so 7 days between. So 3 days in the past, 3 days in the forward, 0 marks the transit, right? With 3 degrees, I would need to know your minutes if you're later in minutes or not. But like if you're beyond the 30-minute mark, it's like your level, your ability to integrate your gifts, your psychic powers, your ability to feel your way through that Chiron, because Chiron talks about an 18.6 year cycle, right? So depending on what age you are, is how many of those you've gone through. Chiron is a 50-year cycle. North Node is 18.6. Ooh, what am I doing? Where is my head? North Node is 18.6. Chiron is 4 to 9 years. Sorry. Chiron's 4 to 9 years. I need to write that down because I don't want to bloody forget that. And I just took you everywhere. Sorry. Sorry. The eclipse that just happened conjuncted my I don't know what a vertex. See, you know more astrology than I do. What is it that I can do for you, my sweetheart? Have I given you enough information now, or have I not helped you in the slightest? I don't feel drawn to touch anything of my tools. I'm just touching my my map, my homework. I hope so. I feel like you could teach me about astrology. I don't know what vertex is. I don't really know what conjunctions are. Don't really know what I don't know how the squares and the trines and the domiciles and... It's a whole language, isn't it? I am on your south node. So what I wanted to say to you, your Pisces and your Chiron, when I connect those two energies, I don't know why I get Capricorn energy. So much bloody Capricorn energy. And then if it's not Capricorn energy, it's Virgo energy. It's like it's that tension point between mastery and refinement. Like, I feel like mastery is what gets you refinement. Ugh. Which could be me feeling that you are needing to take action towards something. Now I want the cards. Thank you. Let's see. Using the good tarot. My Capricorn is in jail. Oh no! What happened? Conjunction is the same sign, and vertex is the line of fate. No, I can't retain knowledge in this state of mind right now. He has been for 2 years now. Damn. What guidance can I offer, or what guidance can you offer, universe, to Chalet, please? With everything we've discussed, what is it that she needs to know in the here and now? I'm getting the words letting go. Letting go of lowered expectations. Letting go of anything that asks you to lower your expectations. Got the 4 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So only take any of this if this resonates. But I'm feeling a feminine and masculine energy within these two. Obviously, they are both phallic in nature with the wands and the swords, but here we're talking about elements. So 4 of air and 4 of fire. The air feels feminine and the fire feels masculine. Does this feel right to you? Shall I proceed? Okay. So I've got the Queen of Pentacles coming out on the feminine side. And then the Four of Wands, or the Four of Fire on the masculine. The Ten of Wands. Oh no, not Ten of Wands. Page of Swords on top of the Ten of Swords, bottom of the deck, with 9 cards in front of me. I've got 9 cards in front of me. I had 10, but I put the 10th card at the bottom of the deck on top of the 10 of Swords to just put that away for now, the 10 of Swords, if that's all right with you. But I can read on the 10 of Swords if you like, after the fact. So to begin with, the feminine line reads as the Four of Swords, the Queen of Air, and the Page of Water. Then I have the center line, which is the collective field. I've got the Seven of Wands, Strength, and the Wheel of Fortune. And then I've got the masculine field, which is the Five of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the King of Water, or the King of Cups. So I'm seeing there's a preparedness on the feminine side that potentially the masculine might not be arrived at yet. It does seem to have come on the back of this 4, this stabilization period. And also it seems that the masculine in this first line of the reading is in some kind of conflict. You are protected from this, and I just got a confirmation. You are protected from any advances of conflict. You are in a state of peace. You are in a state where you can look forward, you can look up, you can look out, you can look in, and you can really enjoy what's coming to you here and now. You can ascend to that place of personal passion where you arrive at a place of elevation, where you elevate yourself to the layer and to the level of Queen of Swords. This is somebody who embodies discernment, who walks in the energy that you walk in, really. I'm feeling that you might have a bird familiar that you use. I'm getting the sense that you might also have wands or dream catchers, or a guide who has told you she'll communicate to you with animals. Athena's coming to mind. Not sure. The interesting thing about this is, though, after that protection, so on the other side of that protection, the protection seems to have left the masculine here. So based on the language that you expressed to me that he imposed on you, I'm verbally returning that shit to sender. I think that this person has left themselves vulnerable. And I think that the words that they were projecting onto you were their own fears of themselves. Just because I asked you questions before, what does this person do? They move people around. Okay, so they're either a pilot or some kind of driver or whatever. So I'm not education shaming or anything, but I did also say at the same time that for people to be using the language narcissism flippantly towards one individual, you got to be pretty confident in yourself. Pretty confident in yourself to express like that. This is why I believe that this masculine is inside of conflict energy, and it's why they're going to have to take a step back and really evaluate their foundation. It's not until they evaluate that and then actually integrate it in the same way that you integrated your four and then elevated yourself to become a queen. They need to do the same. They need to go through their own passionate restabilization period, actually integrate what's going on so that then they can become somebody who's more in control of their emotions, not so reactive. Because your soul, Charlotte, you're beautiful. You've got this Page of Cups energy inside of you, this beautiful, sincere, energetically sovereign energy that you can choose how you use it. No one really gets to dictate how you live your life, what you do with your feelings, what you do with your thoughts. You're the one that gets to determine in each and every single moment, is this still right for me or should I leave from here? Is this still benefiting me? Am I still benefiting them? Is there any benefit to this still continuing, or is there more of a hindrance? Ultimately, once this masculine side is at their at their King of Cups energy, and once you are more free to express yourself and you feel safe to express yourself, this is where the collective field unlocks a Wheel of Fortune moment for everybody who's been participating meaningfully. And for those people who have been playing the social faux pas, they will get what they sowed anyway. You reap what you sow. People, people, people. If you're going to put people in your freezer, what emotions are you locking up? They're part of your quantum field for a reason. What are you not processing? What are you therefore going to continue to keep yourself in a cycle of? What are you doing magic for? Where is the magic that you're doing going? And can you actually trace it back to recognize that it's affecting you more than it affects the people you perceive it to affect? If anything, if everybody understands all of these cultural holidays and events and festivals and starts stringing things together, we get to a point where all of us see this Wheel of Fortune. Not just a few of us, all of us live inside of this Wheel of Fortune. And it's a moment to moment choice. It's a free will kind of problem. Like, you're choosing to live one way, choosing to live outwardly with your energy outside of your body all of the time, in relationships, in workplaces, in gyms, in cars, in babies, in dogs, in animals. Then that's where you'll live. You'll live constantly out of energy. But the more that you're able to take control of yourself, the more that you're willing to walk through and really be curious with reality and recognize not everything is for me, and I don't want it to be. I don't want to be a part of everything. I already am everything. I don't need to be everything else. This is when you arrive at a beautiful collective finality. You arrive at a beautiful connected experience where everybody understands clearly. Nobody's left outside, and if anything, everybody chooses to leave the pain, the backstabbing, the hurt, the wounding behind us. We choose not to operate from a place where we're cutting each other's kneecaps off, we're cutting each other's ankles, and making everybody shorter and shorter and shorter by traumatizing in the next generation. Why do you think so much of what is happening inside of this experience is happening to so many of us? We're all going through what you're going through. And it's going to keep happening until more of us just become aware of what's going on inside of our field. Who's doing what where, and not externalizing any power, but returning it home. Call back your power to yourself in the here and now as often as you feel called to. Like, this world is not as colorful nor as black and white as you think. Woo! Did that help you in any which way? Was that coherent for you? I admit that we came down to 2 people watching just at the end. Before, it was fluctuating so much. Yeah, you can't rush anything either. You can try to rush it if you want to, but like it won't matter until you've learned what you need to learn. It won't matter. You just got to keep doing it. You just got to keep experiencing it. You just got to keep being. That's it. Cool. All right. That's it. I feel like now it's just chit chat time. No more session. Session closed. Can someone please write down session closed for me and I'll pin it? We can just converse now, whoever's here. That was cool. I can have my coffee, I can have my supplements. It's been nearly 2.5 hours. I'm not going to the gym today. I stuffed myself up. I accidentally started the other day with a bicep workout because I didn't read it. Adita, what's up? I recognize your name from before. What's up? What can I do for you? You have the floor, my love. The reading was done at the beginning of the session. Or are you here for a personal reading? I think I've mentioned this before, but unless I agree to something, unless I agree to something, I'm not doing something. And I look worked up. Let me tell you about your career, okay? The things that you choose to waste your time on are the things that you will eventually become like. So if you're here on YouTube about your career, I don't know if you're that serious about your career, mate. Now, I don't know you. You are just a name on the internet inside of a chat on my channel. Hi. How's it going? It's very nice to meet you. My name's Christopher. I'm a Sagittarian in 4 places. I've also got 3 Capricorn placements. I like to do what I want, and I don't really appreciate needy people. I actually don't invite needy people to this space at all. It's probably why you see a lot of people's messages disappear without me needing to do anything, because I talk to people who self-regulate, who self-manage, who probably have their own cards or have their own understanding of their own life. And I can literally decide whenever I want on my channel that I'm done for the day. Yes? Do you agree? So maybe have a look at my YouTube, maybe understand that I've only been doing this for a year and I'm in my 2nd year, and maybe understand that I have the intention to be here for the next 10 years. So if you ever feel left out, or that I haven't acknowledged you, or that you need a little bit more attention from me, you can email me, and then you will get 100% of my attention. But I've had it happen to me before, and please don't do this to me. Don't give me voice memos, because I don't know how to respond to them with voice memos. And if I don't know how to respond to them with voice memos, then I will pretty much not respond. And I lost one of my moderators because of this, because I wasn't able to satiate the requirements of that connection. I would much prefer to be able to connect with people easier. And if you're meeting me on my page whenever, like, I'm here all the time. I've told people before, hey, if you need a reading, just comment on something, and if I'm free, I'll come live. Like, like, and I'm sorry to that moderator, but I don't want to babysit people. And I don't want to babysit people that have fears and anxieties that are outside of mine, because I don't want to invite that into my field. And I don't want to worry myself about the concerns of this and that and whatever, when really these X-Files that came out are really like, hello, there's real shit to be worried about. Like, anyway, to go back to your career thing, Desiree. Oh shit, I just cracked my deck. Hello. This was really just supposed to be a 15-minute live. I don't know why it lasted this long, but here I am. And actually, Desiree, I'm gonna have to call you out. Can I please delete that? Thank you. I don't actually visit Elizabeth's channel that much anymore. At all. Sorry to say. I'm not happy entirely with the way that I read energy as it comes through, and sometimes I get weird vibes, and I've mentioned a lot today that yeah. Out of context, reading text sounds, looks different, and even sometimes I've had interactions with you, Desi, where you walk in and you say, hey, bestie, and I don't know if you're talking to me or if you're talking to Elizabeth. And yeah. I even at one point unfollowed your secondary tarot, whatever it was, because I heard a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety and a lot of worry being projected into the message. So I pulled away. Same goes for Elizabeth. She was a part of a big group of people that I was friends with, and not very many of those people are in contact with me anymore. So I've had to be very careful with my energy, and sorry to call this out in the here and now, but you did just say that you scrolled here and happened to hear my voice. And in the same way that my dad, I've told him, hey, follow me so that you know when I'm live so that you don't interrupt me. And my dad came and interrupted me before. People show their care and consideration through their actions. And I mean, I know I've got to respond to your email as well, but even that came from a place of jarring, because I express quite often from this place that I want independence. I want everybody to have independence, but I don't want hyper independence. That's the thing. And so I'm doing my best to learn to trust who's trustable. And to be honest, I only really go to the people that I go to regularly, and I'm gonna start unsubscribing from people too, because I don't want to be connected to energy that's not in alignment. And if I, within the first 5, 10, 15 minutes of a video, don't get the right vibe, then I don't stay, because after that, it's very easy to trap people in things. Like, anyway, I'm a YouTuber. I'm a novice YouTuber. I'm by no means an expert. I'm somebody who's going to be upfront, authentic. If it loses me friends, subs, followers, so be it. Goodbye. For the most part, you found me, but for the people who I have found and I have interacted with, you've been very, very important to me for a very, very long time, whether you knew that or not. And the way that I have felt from the experience and everything that has subsequently happened, I choose not to vibrate and not to entertain low vibrational entities, whether that be low cognitive mindsets, whether it be low presentations. Like, I don't care anymore. I'm flat stick going to tell you all that I've got a cannabis prescription. This is prescribed by a doctor, mind you. So if you have a problem with what a doctor prescribes somebody else to take as their medication, yeah, I get that America changes the words and calls it drugs. I don't give a crap. It's medication. Yeah, I had to try a bunch of different medications for my mental health that would help me regulate myself. So I take this medication. I've been struggling so hard to freaking consolidate. Oh, so many people are saying, "Oh, this is bad for you. This is bad. This is so bad for you. You shouldn't do this anymore. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do it." But can you go fly your kite up someone else's Tesla tree? Because no. This message just got freaking weird, but I feel like if I'm gonna use a moment to freaking express myself, it's gonna get ejected out of me like poison. So pull up your umbrellas, put on your ponchos. If this is not for you, this is not for you. If you have not been somebody who is projecting bullshit into the collective field, then this message is not for you. And you can just enjoy this. You can sip your tea and you can laugh along with me, because this world is freaking changing. Hello? 3 million documents. Hello? And it starts at the crown. Where does the fish rot? People, where does the fish rot? From the head down. I have been on medications, mind you, just to explain. I 100% will always promote cannabis use. I must have died in the 70s by some militia man that didn't want me to spread peace, love, and light. Promise. Literally, I have tried maybe 30 different types of medications before to try and get myself regulated and this and that and whatever. Nah, bruh. It doesn't work. None of that shit works. Do you know how fucking strong my brain is? Do you know how much I hated that I had such a strong brain? I learned freaking 4 languages by the time I finished primary school. Still can't speak the second 2. Ciao ragazzi, come stai? Molto bene. Arigato gozaimasu, sayonara. Yo puedo hablar español también, and I speak English fluently. I can talk I can actually speak with a bunch of different accents as well. Like, ah. But what's it for when you're sitting inside of a collective bubble and everybody's worried about the same shit and they're not really worried about anything? They're worried about you becoming too successful in your own right and not being afraid to actually stand in your own authenticity. Fuck them. This is exactly why I've been thinking about starting an OnlyFans. Initially, it was going to be just tarot readings, but whew, afterwards, I was going to be a porn star or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, I don't care. I really want to be a dominant now. This year of the horse energy is wild. Anyway, sorry to disabuse you all of the notion that I am potentially a fully loving, lighting, healing person. No. I got to my place of healing because I have been broken before. I have been torn ass asunder by love, and for some reason, I'm getting the butterflies again, which is just prompting me to finalize the divorce, to give up hope on that bit and piece, and look forward to the fucking future. Because if love ultimately is the highest form of intelligence, then I just want to keep loving forever in the way that I love. And yeah, I'm a man. And yeah, I've had a bunch of internalized homophobia, which makes me sometimes express a little bit more masculine so that I can hide the fact that I'm not masculine. Masculine is a construct. This phone is a construct. My face is a construct. My words are constructs. This whole experience is a construct that we as individuals interpret on a moment-to-moment basis as we desire. And that's it. Desiree, I'm sorry. This message is for a lot of people, Brooklyn. This message is for a lot of people. I haven't really just been here on YouTube either. I've been going out. Like, I've been pulling my tarot cards out in the middle of the town square. I'm not fucking joking anymore. I'm not a fucking pussy that's gonna hide inside my caravan for the rest of my fucking life. No. I'm also not going to go and hide myself in a village of people that all think and live and breathe and talk the same. Because what? One person from... did we not learn anything about civilization? One person from the outside world is going to come with either a new idea or an infection and come in and destroy the whole thing anyway. We need to stay connected to each other. We need to stop floating out into our own spaces and stop pretending like this world is just black. Because I can paint this world black too, bro. We all can. All of us can. Believe you me. We can project our bullshit all the way out into the world and never be satisfied forever. Very Luciferian. Enjoy that. This experience is so limited. Like, imagine you get to live to 120 years old. Imagine you're that lucky. Imagine you looked after your health. Imagine you looked after your blood, your eyes, your hair, your bones, your muscles, your organ. Like, imagine you actually looked after yourself and you got to arrive at 120 years of age. Because you never smoked, because you never took drugs, because you never. Like, do you understand how bad the medical industry has been for the world? Do you understand what age the brain stops developing? How many children have gotten vaccines, injections, medications given to them before the age of 25? I ask you. And how many of those medications are psychoactive in nature? Do we know what we're doing to our future by giving these children medications that a doctor, sometimes that sees 100 patients in a day, is giving prescriptions out like they're lottery tickets? Because for him they are, in some countries. Thankfully, it's not like that here in Australia. 25 years old is the age that a brain stops developing. 25 years old. I think that's for the boys. I think it's 23 for the women. Or 22. You women are so good at everything. I swear, you'd even be better at lifting if steroids had never been created. I swear. I swear we are the weaker species. I swear. I swear. We are so dependent on getting to the future on women that we had to create this story where women are subservient to us. Like, I'm sorry, I might just be talking about South America with the misogyny that comes through my culture. I don't know if that exists everywhere, but this world literally, and this is why I'm so shattered, I'm so ashamed, I'm so embarrassed for people that can only bring out negative. Like, we've just spent these last 2.5 hours talking about, I hope for the most part, positivity, pouring light into the source code, pouring love into the collective field. Only this last, like, 14-minute bit is me painting the world black. Like, oh my God. See?
Who are we supposed to trust when the people who are giving us our legislation and medication give us medication that cause consequences like that? Sending a little... What can I send for Skylar? You know what? Stuff it. I'm going to have a cone for Skylar. Blow some peace air on my camera and hopefully it translates to you wherever you are. By the way, I want to give you an idea about a bong. Because I'm an alchemist and a magician, I've been a witch for a few years. I really like water. I really like earth. I really like fire. I really like air, and I really like spirit. And so my device is made out of glass, which represents the earth. My device has water in it, which is water. My device requires a few windpipes, which is the air. And then the little bit of spirit that I put into it. Now, I've got this because that doesn't look so pretty. And this is ambiguous. Showbiz. But you'll be able to hear what it is anyway. Skylar, may you experience peace in your next lifetime and bring peace to the lifetime here and now. Thank you. Archangel Raphael and Gabriel came up. That's east-west. That's like a hug. Anyway. Whew. What a beautiful world. I want to give you a little piece of information at the end here that I collected during my Christianity phase. Now, those people were people that taught that judgment wasn't useful, beneficial, helpful, but then they also use their platform to structure discipline and obedience. Judgment actually is the tool that they use to move around their collective. Now, this might just be restricted to the final church that I visited. YOJNE backwards. But this is where I really started to interpret and understand coercion. When you almost force somebody to externalize heaven and hell, and then you trauma affirm that with fear and division and the devil and demons and that action of teaching, that method of subservience and dominance over somebody else's mind is culturally poisoned, like culturally poisoning. Like it affects the earth beneath it. It affects the planet, and it has. Allegedly, for 2026 years, the Romans have been using a story of a martyr of the Jews and then all of this stuff happens. Judgment is a critical thinking tool. You accrue judgment in the same way that you accrue discernment. Beautiful. Louis, bonsoir, comment ça va? Louis Mabel McKinney. Interesting. And I don't know who's still listening and who's in the background and whatnot. I don't know if Brooklyn left for good, but the moderator that I removed myself from was Lilith. I don't know if you've seen her disappear from here, but she's gone. I didn't have Instagram available for voice chat communications to be simplified back then. I'm slowly growing my channel at my own pace, and if it makes you uncomfortable, start your own. And I'll come watch your videos and comment on your shit when I resonate. Pretty much, if you've listened to me say a wrap-up before, hey everyone, if you liked this video, or if this video resonated with you, please leave a like. If you want to let me know what resonated with you, leave a comment. And if you want to follow along for the journey, hit the subscribe button. I have not changed. Sometimes there are comments that I don't really think that I can respond to, that I don't know what to say to, so I just leave the love heart. But I'm pretty sure that I acknowledge every single comment. So I've only let you know today that my Instagram is the same as my YouTube. So that, if you want, we can communicate a little bit more clearly and not in public, and we can do video calls and I can give you private readings completely private. I definitely, like, there's a reason. So I started this channel, and this is just it. So this is the contemptuousness of other readers and trying to sit in collective messages and being like, what is this message? Like, okay, it's not for me. Okay, bye. Like, and then that's it. That's all it becomes. That's all it is. And then, yeah. All right. I reckon it's time for me to go. I feel a little bit too happy. What was it that someone said? I went to a reader. What was her name? Bree. I don't know. I don't remember fully. Ugh. Like the commentary was, oh, you know, you shouldn't go. I don't even really want to repeat this though. You should, like, and that's just it. So I'm somebody who really, I enjoy expressing invitation energy to you to do what you do in your own time with the energy. Like, I really hope that I'm not on this side of the camera going, you should do this and you should do that and you should do this and you should do that and are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You shouldn't be doing that. Oh no. I would much rather be called. I'd rather be called out for that by you. Honestly, call me out if I'm doing it in the moment. Because honestly, fear is so boring. And it's very addictive. Have a look at next time you're watching someone's tarot reading, I dare you. You're not even going to be able to you're going to have receipts, bro. Next time you're watching someone's tarot reading that you actually know that you love, but you're worried that and you're not sure if they're increasing your cortisol levels, bro, next time you're watching your favorite reader, put your heart rate put an exercise on and watch your heart rate for the hour after the fact. You're going to see your heart rate increase or decrease based on what you're receiving. Your heart is a receiver. It receives the messages that your ears hear. Heart. That's it. What Sprinkle Chalet just said. Fear will eat your soul as if it was a gourmet, all-you-can-eat buffet, then saunter away, licking its lips and leaving you hopeless, helpless, and destitute. Obviously. Cheers. I reckon it looks like hair. I've finished for today, bro. I'm not really even here. My spirit has left and my body's still here. Oh, Kevin. Thank you for what you're saying. I appreciate it. I feel like I should go back and try and find if I missed anything while I was channeling. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to come back in 2 or 3 days and figure out if I pissed off Brooklyn. Because I wasn't talking about Brooklyn. I literally told Desiree that I was speaking about Elizabeth, and then I remembered Desiree's second page, and then Desiree went away. At least with Lilith, it was done in private over email, which is discretion, which I crossed that as a boundary. I scrolled too far up. Sorry, I'm trying to find. There you go. I'm going to do that. Because I am just reading up at chat. So I'm going to do this too. So that you don't just look at my freaking face while I'm looking at chat. Sorry, Desiree. And Brooklyn said before, okay, I think that message was for me. I was in the background listening to you while I'm working, just to let you know. I love you. Thank you. I don't know what message. And then, see, this is just it. Out of time, these things don't make sense. Like, I hope it was a good message that you got. I love you too, Brooklyn. I look forward to your messages every day. And sometimes I honestly don't make it past your suffix inferius because I really want to know what that means. So I'm just reading chat at the moment. The session has closed. Okay. So, here and now at the end, Jane, thank you so much for being. Chalet, thanks for being here. Kevin, thanks for catching me here at the end. Fingers crossed there's a message for you at the beginning. It was 4-card pick a pile. And yeah, the session was good. I don't feel like I've got any energy that's not mine inside of me anymore. I feel better that I went back and I reviewed everything so that I could be clear on what Brooklyn was saying. And then yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for being here, Jane. I appreciate you. I love you lots. And yeah, today was a good day, I think, personally. I got to say a lot of what I wanted to say, and I feel like I was heard and not misunderstood, really. And I think if anybody did misunderstand, then they absolutely 100% know where they can contact me. And look, a lot of this stuff is not personal. It's about the future that I'm looking at having and building and being a part of ongoing. So I want the people that I do life with and the people that I come together with to be all on the trajectory of elevating the collective's potential. That's all. I don't really care to be the most important one. I just want everybody to be able to eat food whenever they want, to find rest whenever they need to, and to be surrounded by people that love them all the time. That's it. That's all I want. So fingers crossed, that's what the people that find this page and find this channel want too, because I'm very adaptable and I'd prefer to stay on that side of the spectrum than in the negative side. So yeah, fingers crossed we can keep working to make this interaction 100% positive, which I know is not something good to strive for, but yeah, anyway. Everybody say love. Love. Me too. I'm grateful for her too. I'm grateful for both of you, actually, in the here and now. Yeah. Next time, Chalet, we'll see how the energy is, but if there's ever stuff that doesn't fit in with the highest good and you want to be a moderator, let me know. For the most part, when I started this channel, my moderators were all friends from my previous YouTube experience as a participant, as a regular attendant to other people's YouTube channels. I participated, I would say, religiously in most of their channels and lost a part of myself along the way because I didn't understand how deep Pisces energy is. But now I do. And Pisces energy is to be sat with. It's not something to rush or concede to. It's just a process, so yeah. Well, for you maybe, because you're a Pisces. I have no Pisces in my chart, so I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, oh, can I get out of this for 5 minutes? It's so deep, and it's like I need a little bit of air. Anyway, I'm off for today. 5 people watching, 20 people like this video. That's freaking awesome. I honestly don't understand the liking, or I don't know what people resonate with. Like, so I'm just gonna keep showing up and trying to hit all the things I've hit in the past. I need a better feedback format. Anyway, all right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.